plot and scheme, they mislead, hoping for my demise. I can see the snake in both of their eyes. Don't get it twisted, I sensed it from the beginning. Asking where I'm at, matter of fact, what's your intentions? I've been defensive, seems like I can't trust the soul. My heart is churning cold. You paid a toll, selling out for a piece of gold. Reasons why I move in silence, my always would have chosen violence. My actions are anonymous, you're a virus, also venomous. When you come around, I am hesitant. Isn't it evident you are a nemesis? They plot and scheme, they mislead, hoping for my demise. I can see the snake in both of their eyes. You can run and try to hide, there's no place that I cannot find. Word to the wise, reach for the sky. They plot and scheme, they mislead, hoping for my demise. I can see the snake in both of their eyes. From the jump, I knew something was up. Never knew it would be the ones I love that I couldn't trust. But it's a must that I remain humble. Tough lessons to learn in the concrete jungle. Never felt so insecure, but your actions were premature. Taking your shot when I was nowhere to be found. Kicking me when I was down on the ground. Now I'm here and you're getting clowned. Stop on your crown, making you crumble. You woke the giant out of this huddle. Just know, bitch, you in trouble. They plot and scheme, they mislead, hoping for my demise. I can see the snake in both of their eyes. You can run and try to hide, there's no place that I cannot find. Word to the wise, reach for the sky. They plot and scheme, they mislead, hoping for my demise. I can see the snake in both of their eyes. But I say to you, love your enemies, bless those who curse you, do good to those who hate you, and pray for those who spitefully use you and persecute you. But most importantly, that God deal with your enemies.
Hello, Drizzle.
Yes.
You're so low.
So yeah, it's the headphones I'm using.
All right, Menace, we're going to have to send him some good headphones. I'll start a phone raiser.
Oh,
Good to see you. Welcome in.
well, thank you.
I love that song, by the way.
And
Uh,
thank you.
well, let's get into it. Who are you exactly? Tell us about yourself.
I'm a Houston, Texas-based artist. I'm 32 years old. Uh, I've been making, or I've been writing since about 13, but it was an off and on uh, hobby. Like, well, I wouldn't want to call it a hobby because I have too much passion to say it's a hobby. But it was the only way I felt that I could vent. And uh, uh, that's pretty much I could say is like
So you've been doing it for a long time.
yes,
I mean, you said you're 32?
yes,
Oh, wow. Okay. Um, so you're married?
yes,
Yep. All right. Kids?
yes,
Yep. So music's not the only thing that you focus on.
correct.
Okay. Um, What do you do for like a living? You don't have to like name your job, just kind of like maybe name what you do.
Um, I work in a sheet metal manufacturing company.
Okay. So you work pretty much long hours?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was doing about 75 to almost 80 hours a week.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was trying to kill that OT.
How did you find time in between that to write?
Uh, Mainly when I'm at my machine, because I'm a press brake operator.
Okay.
So there's a lot of time you're just there bending pieces, and there's roughly like time you could just freestyle and just listen to instrumentals.
Okay. That's a good job, though. I mean, that's kind of what I do. I kind of just tune in to listen to things whenever I'm at work. Are you on all platforms?
Yes,
Yeah. So like Spotify,
yes,
what's the other one? Apple. Like I'm trying to think of like all the ones that are out there.
yeah,
So you're on all of them. Okay.
yes.
Do you guys have a link for his? If you guys do, can you drop it? Please and thank you. So what would you say your inspirations are for like your songs, your music?
Um, it's my family and other artists that I hear them, how I resonate with a lot of similar situations that they deal with, or emotions that they're trying to cope with. And when I see them express themselves over just using their voice meaningfully, um, that's what inspires me. Um, and just trying to be the best that I can be.
Amen to that. Amen to that. So you are a part of MTP. How did that become?
Um, well, I met Menace and KSN through Blindsight. I was
Okay.
tuning into Blindsight's YouTube channel, and I stumbled across Menace's platform uh, when he was Liquor Menace. Then my first expression was like, I'm not gonna send my music in there at first. But then when I came back around, he had other people on the platform, and that's how pretty much it just started. And I just started digging into the discography that they had put together at the time.
Yeah, you guys work really well together, I feel like.
Yeah, I feel the same.
You
Like
do it
uh,
like
like all three of them, they inspire me a lot just by um, not just music wise, just them themselves. Um, it gives me like a outlook on different forms of life, and just how people are brought up differently and still able to uh, create different things, and just like it's impactful, even though it may not feel like it at times. It was like, but there's people out there that actually listen. And it's like, yeah, that I this can get me through today.
Mhm. I agree with that. I understand. Who would you say influenced you into music?
Uh, my father,
Your father?
yes.
How so?
Um, he used to freestyle with his friends back in the 80s and 90s. So
Oh, wow.
he used to do little freestyles for me, but you got to remember the time that they grew up in. So he had a lot of vinyl records to
Uh-huh.
uh, hip hop artists, from NWA to Naughty by Nature, or just a lot of old school um, hip hop. And
Oh, yeah.
from that time, that's he pretty much is my inspiration. that made me get into making music.
Oh, wow. So do you have like any videos or songs like that you guys done together freestyling?
No, no,
No? No.
yeah, that would have been pretty cool,
That
but
would have been cool.
it was just like moments that we shared. Because the first way I got into music was he used to DJ. So with the vinyls, he used to let me play around with them and kind of get familiar with them. And I used to just like messing around and making different beats and mixing in different, and not just hip hop, but R&B or just a different combination of stuff, variety.
What about like any other artists? Like, is there any like artists that you cling to?
Um, there's variety. I won't lie. Like it expands from like different years, even decades, even because
Can you give
there's
us like the top three just to get an idea?
okay. It'll be uh Dr. Dre and a lot of artists underneath Dr. Dre. Um, Rakim, Tupac, Pimp C from Houston, from down here in Texas, and I would have to say,
Eminem.
yeah, Eminem.
Only how I know that is because I asked what his favorite song. I'm trying to mean like what was his favorite song of his own, and then he gave me like his actual favorite song. So shout out to you, Drew, for telling me.
Yeah,
Eminem is a goat. I think everybody pretty much that I've interviewed so far has went with Eminem as definitely one of them. But you have a wide variety. I mean, you're kicking it old school and bringing it to present. So that's what's up. I mean, I like that. And you're young. So just to have that mentality of the old and not like leaving it to be old is like very rare anymore. A lot of people just don't want to listen to old stuff. They just it's
they
different.
follow the crowd.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's too much of the same for me. Like I listen some stuff on the radio, but it's catchy, but it's just like being overused. So it's like
Oh
I'm
yeah.
drowning in the same style.
Yep. Uh would you say that you feel that your characteristics impact your music?
Yes, most definitely.
How so, would you say?
Um, when you're in the moment of emotion, raw emotion, like things that you have to figure out um, through a day-to-day basis, there's no way you can fake that when you have that emotion go into uh, this when you're recording. Um, so a lot of things that I released, um, that's just pretty much exactly I was in that moment of that, like I was trying to embody whatever I was feeling or what I figured I could connect with, and I usually try to display most of myself, far as on how I'm feeling that day or how I'm feeling when I'm recording.
Yeah, you try to put the emotion into your music.
Yes.
I get it. I've been trying that. So it's a lot different. What would you say your weaknesses are?
Um, I'm a worst critic, so I try to be a perfectionist, even though I'm not, and I'm always finding little things to pick at when I shouldn't be picking at, and it leaves me spending more extra time on little things that I shouldn't. But it's a working process.
I get that. I feel like that's pretty much everybody's common answer when I ask that. Now, like, have you ever put something out and then took it back because you
Yes.
didn't? Yeah. How
Yeah.
often does that happen with you?
Um, it hasn't happened recently because there's a lot of things that I did record and I have shared with others, but I never shared on a like to the public.
Yeah.
and I just have them stored away, or I ended up losing them.
I
But
say put that stuff out, Driz. We gotta hear you. It's been a
I know,
while.
I know.
We want to
Um,
hear you.
yeah, it's just I hit a crossroads, Brookie,
I
where
get it.
I felt real disconnected. Like there's literally nobody seeing me nowhere. I was constantly putting all these hours and working, and then with the accident, it was just had me a moment to reflect, like uh, what. All right, I'm gonna be honest. Um, Before I had my wreck, I had a bad feeling for a whole month and 2 weeks, I want to say, before I had it. So I've been in a lot of reflecting on this just this year alone. Like I've been in my highest and lowest this year. So I've been getting back in the groove and things of writing, and there be on the lookout. There'll be some things dropping here pretty soon.
Well, no matter what, man, you got a whole team behind you. I mean, I've seen you go from like 6 a.m., like my time, which would have been like 5 a.m. your time, and you'd be like just playing all MTP's music and all day. You know what I mean? Not like all day, but for like a good portion of the day. And shout out to you for that because not many people have the time or made the time to do that and give somebody a place to listen to music, hang out. It's a good variety of what you guys put out. Yes, I agree with that. Menace says you are as real as they come. Um, but we miss you. Not gonna lie, and I understand. Like we all know that you. Well, not everybody knows that you had a really serious wreck, but most of us who follow your base knows, and we're 100% behind you. Okay, you're never
Yes,
alone.
yes, I know because I know who's been there, and I know who's had me in their spirits. Like I just tuned out everything for a moment, and definitely gonna be back putting in a lot of extra work on this side.
Can't wait. I'm looking forward to it. So the next song I have is "Don't Get Lost." Do you want to give any input on it, like how it became something? Because it says featuring KSN.
Uh, we'll do it after. We'll do it after.
Okay, after? All right,
Yeah.
let's do it after. So this is the song, guys. It's "Don't Get Lost" with KSN, well, featuring KSN and Domir.
Shall call upon the name of the Lord, shall be saved. Amen. Don't get lost chasing dreams while you still had the time. Press the issues out of your mind, stay on your grind. Don't get it twisted, stay uplifted, cause at any minute the Lord can call on your ticket, and don't you forget it. Don't get lost chasing dreams while you still had the time. Press the issues out of your mind, stay on your grind. Don't get it twisted, stay uplifted, cause at any minute the Lord can call on your ticket, and don't you forget it. I know I can't complain, shed tears that came from pain. Tell me what to do now. I've been searching for the light in this house. Lord, I'm calling on you. Truth be told, I don't know what to do. Stuck at the crossroad, the devil keep telling me I'ma lose. Help me right now in this booth. Lord, I need you now. I need you to save all of us in this house. I don't know how, but I need your strength to lift me off of the ground as I bow down to the King with the crown. Hear me cry out loud. The time is right now. Don't get lost chasing dreams while you still had the time. Press the issues out of your mind, stay on your grind. Don't get it twisted, stay uplifted, cause at any minute the Lord can call on you to get it, don't you forget it. Don't get lost chasing dreams while you still had the time. Press the issues out of your mind, stay on your grind. Don't get it twisted, stay uplifted, cause at any minute the Lord can call on your ticket, and don't you forget it. I'll never forget when I was at my last straw. Man, my last song, man, that gun was about to blast off. Like the mask strong, but I really had a mask on. Well, that'll help, but I ain't wanna ask y'all. Because I felt I had to do this on my own. Dog, I'm grown, that's the way it goes. If you a man, you know that society ignores men's mental health entirely. It's fine if we just deny our depression and anxiety, but God was with me when I was almost 6 feet, laying in a box and my tank was on empty. I was ready to die, but he did not dismiss me from doing his work here on earth. Lord, forgive me, please. If someone's listening and stressing out, remember this: the Lord will never let you suffocate. He's your mentor and your guardian, your protector, your knight in shining armor. And with him in your heart and your soul, no one can harm you.
Don't get lost, chase your dreams while you still have the time. Press the issues out of your mind, stay on your grind. Don't get it twisted, stay uplifted, cause at any minute the Lord can call on you to get it, don't you forget it. Don't get lost, chase your dreams while you still have the time. Press the issues out of your mind, stay on your grind. Don't get it twisted, stay uplifted, cause at any minute the Lord can call on you to get it, don't you forget it.
And if I die before I wake, I pray my soul to take by the Lord to save my life in the act of grace. I've been a soldier in this world of hate, and I can't wait to be a soldier at the heaven gates. I know my Savior, I've been reading through his catalog. Beaten, tortured, crucified, and yet he wears my battle scars. I don't deserve it, I've been evil to my enemies. Up in my ways, well, I've been saying I'm a better me. No work of mine could pull me out of the sin I'm in. It's sentimental, my mental has got me disciplined. It might be riddling, it got me spitting synonyms. Too focused on the spice, like let me garnish that with cinnamon. Misplaced aggression, no beefing is not my mission. My music is therapeutic, I feel like I missed some sessions. Dear Lord, first thank you for all my blessings. I repent for my transgressions, my heart's heavy from this anger it possesses.
Don't get lost, chase your dreams while you still have the time. Press the issues out of your mind, stay on your grind. Don't get it twisted, stay uplifted, cause at any minute the Lord can call on you to get it, don't you forget it. Don't get lost, chase your dreams while you still have the time. Press the issues out of your mind, stay on your grind. Don't get it twisted, stay uplifted, cause at any minute the Lord can call on you to get it, don't you forget it.
Well, that was deep.
Yeah. Um. Shout out to KSN and Dragon and Menace. Like they they did their thing. Like for a lot. I don't know if anybody knows or Menace did. You know, he was working the the vocals, and KSN and Dragon, they did their verses, and I had that song, I want to say, for a month before I sent it over, because I was trying to put it the best way I could.
Hmm.
Um, and I'm really grateful for them, because they get me through a lot. Through like through their music, and just like being a family, you know. Um,
I 110% back that. Yes. Uh, some real ones for sure.
yeah,
I
I'll do anything for them.
I was curious about that. I was gonna well, I'll get into that later. We'll get into that later. Um so what do you think your sound is? Like who do you think you would sound like if you had to name somebody that, another artist, who would you say that you would sound like?
I would have to say it'll be between uh, Zero from Houston, and SPM from Houston.
Okay, what is their sound? I don't know if I've ever actually heard them.
Uh, they they harmonize, or they harmonize a lot, and
Okay.
uh, I know I was influenced uh from Houston by them too, and just a lot of Houston artists out here too, also.
See, yeah, me and Dragon were saying thinking the same thing. Bone Thugs for us is what we
Oh,
think it would sound like.
yeah, I did. I do listen to a lot of Bone Thugs too. Like my favorite album of Bone Thugs is the 1999 album.
I love Bone Thugs. I'm not gonna lie. Um, you have a relaxing tone to your voice when you sing. Unlike, Menace, he gets like angry, you know what I mean? Like you're all just like calm, cool, collective. I love it. Like I love how each one of you guys has a different tone. And you guys work so like again, like just that song with you, Dragon and KSN, it was wonderful. You guys
Yeah,
have like
it
the
meshed
best
perfectly.
ever.
Yes.
Yes. Like you guys all three have that like low, and then you got Menace who's like roar. Like and so I'm curious to like what you guys would sound like together. I would love to see Menace get a little bit down to like that level. I mean, I know he has, but
Yeah.
I think I would love to see you guys all do a song like together. Um, I know like they're going like performing live, and that's one of my questions later, but I can scratch it out so I don't have to ask. But have you ever performed live?
No, I've never performed live.
No.
No.
Um, it would be good to see you guys all perform live. Do you think you would?
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah. I was gonna say, do you think you're gonna be trying to get into that next year?
Yes. Lord willing, yes. There's some I was looking into also. Uh,
Okay. Um, so like if you had a playlist on Spotify, YouTube, what other artists do you think would be on that playlist with your music?
um, that's a good question. Or as like from my view, I
Yeah.
think um a lot of independent, but I would have to say like that's a good one. I'm I would say some like Chameleonaire or um yeah, can't really say.
I feel like Bone Thugs would be on it. Um, who else? I'd feel like there'd be a lot though, to be honest. Um, and this is like no like harsh at all, but I feel like some like Justin Timberlake would probably be on there some way. And like not like from like NSYNC days, like from like him doing his own music type thing now.
Okay.
Um, not like and there's no shots fired. I'm just saying because like it's like that meaningful NF. I could see NF on there too. Because you're just so like I could see a
Yeah,
lot of Christian rap on there as well.
yeah. I listen to them too. I won't lie. Like Dead and Gone. I listen with it was JT and Ti.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. I'm just saying, like, there was no shots fired. I know
no,
people are gonna be
yeah,
like, "Oh my god, you guys are referring him to that." No, like, not like that. I'm just saying, I could feel like that would be on your playlist. Um, how do you market yourself other than like Spotify, Apple? Do you have merch? Do you have
uh,
any?
no, I don't. I was looking into it, but I didn't really pursue that side yet because
I,
if you look at my songs, they're I haven't released any new music lately, so
I know it's been like 8 months. I think was the newest one I've seen.
yeah, and that one was like 3 months before it got released, I believe. Like
Oh wow,
I kind of sat on that one a little bit, but and I think before that one it was almost a year, give or
yeah,
take.
11
So
months.
yeah, uh, I
I did
just
my
kind of
research.
put that on the back burner. Yeah, I kind of put all that in the back burner a little bit because I was writing. I just been trying to getting out of my comfort zone and
Yeah.
finding different things.
It's always good to do that too, because you kind of just kind of get like bored after doing so much like the same stuff, um,
Yeah,
constant. You know.
I even had to change my environment of where I was recording. I moved to a whole different room and just try to get a different feel because I wasn't getting the same. Like it just, I felt really out of touch.
Yeah. So, independent versus label. Like you are independent. How do you feel about independent? Like, what do you feel like is best about independency?
Um, right now in this current times that we're living in, I say the best way is to go independent. Because people, you don't really need that machine as mainstream as much, unless you just really want to be famous. But being independent, where uh, you don't have nobody really telling you what to do, how to do, and you could just be yourself. There's nobody actually challenging you as far as what you can say and can't say.
Yeah.
You have more freedom.
Or taking like your own recognition, like I get that. So like with that being said, would you remain independent or do you think you'd ever sign?
It I'll probably stay independent. It it just depends on contractual. Like they got these deals where they front you this money, and if you don't make that same money back, you still tied to them until you
Hmm.
make to you pay all that off.
So how I know you're a real one, Drizzle, is because Don Muir said he would sign.
So
I'm just teasing. He did say that though. He said he would sell it. He would sell out. He's a sellout.
so
So the next the next song that I have is Tears of the Same. See, I'm not showing just shots at Menace, okay? I'm picking on all of y'all. Don't worry. KSN, I still got KSN to do, okay, guys? So don't worry. I mean, I don't feel like I'll have anything against Drizzle though. So y'all are just y'all, it's just gonna be you two. So enjoy, Damir. Also, real quick, we were playing a song when Menace sent this. He said that he's gonna be sending you some stuff that he needs a verse to.
okay,
So,
yeah,
and then Lady Menace also suggested that it would be cool to see you guys all perform together. So, and a lot
yeah,
of us viewers need to go and support him. So this next song that I have is Tears of the Same. Do you want to talk about it now or you want to talk about it after?
uh, we talk about it up.
After? Okay.
Yeah.
Uh let's get into it then.
It's in the mind, the body, and in the soul. The rhythm when it's written in this mobile phone. I start to sing like when paper and ink meet with whispers of the secret as I speak prophecy. Soon you'll see no legacy so rich as honesty, bringing unity. Wish you knew I embody this poetry with this frequency, wholeheartedly deadly artistry, spreading through the streets, not caring if a soul wasn't listening. So in Houston, I am distant. In this district, we have drifted from burnt bridges. It was their mission against my vision, my decisions and ambitions. Maybe it wasn't our vibe. Everything is borderline and a flawed design. Just look at the time. It's in the mind, the body, and in the soul. The rhythm when it's written in this mobile phone. I start to sing like when paper and ink meet with whispers of the secret as I speak prophecy. It's in the mind, the body, and in the soul. The rhythm when it's written in this mobile phone. I start to sing like when paper and ink meet with whispers of the secret as I speak prophecy. It's hard waking up like this each day. Waking up not knowing the last breath I'll take. I've seen people's dreams die. I've seen what life can deny. In a world so hateful, they rather die than to be alive. It sickens me to my stomach. I feel your judgment while staring at the ceiling with the same old empty feelings. Without you, I feel torn like a snail in a storm. But we are young and we are free, bringing unity to our family tree. To the mind, the body, and in the soul. The rhythm when it's written in this mobile phone. I start to sing like when paper and ink meet, when whispers of the secret as I speak prophecy. It's in the mind, the body, and in the soul. The rhythm when it's written in this mobile phone. I start to sing like when paper and ink meet, when whispers of the secret as I speak prophecy.
Wow.
Yeah,
Just wow.
yeah. That one was written out of a lot of mixed feelings that I was having. Um, I had someone died close to me.
Oh wow.
They they self transitioned, so
Oh okay.
that's why like on part of that song's like inside of it is like um kind of descriptive of like I could just imagine how he was feeling before that.
I
But
get that. Uh,
the other half too was I was this is like I believe my first year that I met MTP.
oh wow.
Yeah,
So
because this song KSN uh he had sent me over some files of some beats and he just said any beat you want, just let me know which one so I know I'm not already doing something to it. And he lent me that and he did the mixing.
shout out to them. They do great work. They do.
Yes.
They do great work. Um, I can relate a little bit to that. I had a friend who did that, and family wasn't really accepting of it, so kind of took himself out for it, which is it's not a good feeling.
Yeah, I never really understood it. I was always judgmental until I've had it happen to me and
Hmm.
I'm I understand it more now than on this point of view than to someone they've never had to go through that.
Right, I totally agree. My next question for you. I love your music. Just gonna say that every time I play a song because it's just the truth. I love your
Thank you.
music. But what irritates you about other people? And it could be artists or in general of your day to
Uh,
day life.
what do you mean?
Like what irritates you about other like if I don't know.
Oh, okay. I'll say when what irritates me the most is when they'll label your stuff trash, but without giving you a solid critique of why. Say it's pinpoint. Tell me how I can get better. Don't just tell me it's trash and move on. Like, because I when I first started, that's what happened to me a couple times, and that was just like that's very demoralizing. But if they give me a solid critique and they tell me, look, if you adjust this or you go back, like change, like mess with the mixing or compression or equalize or just like different scenarios on move this one to the left or to the right or just making it sound better.
mhm.
uh that's my main issues whenever they just tell you it's trash and then they don't explain how to maybe maybe it's just the song itself is just not their, just tell me, hey, well, this is not my kind of music, so I'm not gonna play
Right.
that.
There's a lot out there that will just tell you, yeah, it's just not my cup of tea, and then move on without suggesting, like, this is the reason why it's not my cup of tea. Like, your vocals are low, or you know what I mean? Like, I get that. I totally understand. So you're welcome to criticism, correct? I mean, like, to be
Yeah.
an artist, I mean, you have to have that, like, that drive to want to know what other people think, so you know what to do to make it better.
Yes.
So I get that. Who do you think you work with the best? Whether it be like Menace, KSN, Dragon, who would you say that you worked best with? Or it could be anybody out of MTP, but I'd like to get one from MTP and maybe somebody that you worked with not in MTP.
uh Most definitely it would be KSN, because we did a song. First song that we did was an emotional song.
Mm-hmm.
So we connected a lot more. Um, and outside of MTP, I would have to say, well, my brother.
Okay. Have you ever posted anything of you and your brother?
Um, yes, but this was back when I was known as someone else. Because
Okay.
Drizzle Silva isn't my first rap name, but that's the one that stuck with me. Um, but there's nothing on I believe on YouTube that we can play as of that released on YouTube. It was on SoundCloud, I believe.
Okay. You should put it out here on YouTube for others to hear. I'd love to hear that. I mean, it seems like your family is a lot of artists. Like, you have a lot of history with your family, starting with your dad.
Yeah,
Um, so that's kind of cool. I would love to see that or hear it at least.
yeah.
Love to.
I have some things put away that I haven't really uh re- really recorded anything, but like I said, there'll be some new things coming out here pretty soon.
Okay. Can't wait. How did he come up with the name Drizzle?
Uh, my homeboy gave it to me from work. Um, his name was Frank Dog, RP Frank Dog. We used to have this competition on Fridays where we would have to freestyle, and it didn't matter what we freestyled about. And he was very into battle rap,
Mm-hmm.
and he's the one that gave me Drizzle. He gave me my name Drizzle.
That's awesome. So now, like, okay, so this is going to be a little off of my normal questions, y'all, but can you battle rap? Like, can you freestyle without any sound whatsoever, acapella, like freestyle or no?
No, not necessarily. I could probably do it with an instrumental, but I only do that as an exercise to figure out when I'm recording, or if I'm writing, I'll just try to piece up another uh, um, another bar,
Hmm.
like. But I don't really freestyle acapella.
But if you had to, could you? Like, if you just had to, like, come up with a verse, could you do it? You think?
Uh, yeah, if yeah.
I'm not gonna do it on the spot. I'm not
Oh
gonna make
yeah,
you do
yeah.
it.
That's what I was
Like,
like, okay. I was like, probably not right
I'm
now.
I'm not gonna make you do it. And
I
I was
was like,
it's
oh
just
man.
questions for my audience. I mean, if somebody ever like wanted to step at you, you know what I'm saying? Just making it known out there, you know.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I would battle rap because I don't like I've dived into it. I've seen episodes. Uh, other battle rap artists out there,
Hmm.
and yeah, that one right there, like the way they memorize with, like, I wouldn't be able to rap like that, like a cappella, but I'll be able to just say some whatever's off the dome.
Good to know. Good to know. I'm writing notes as I ask questions.
Okay.
What are the qualities of a good leader in your view?
Uh, someone that can direct and be understanding.
Would you say Menace is a good leader of the MTP?
Yes, most
That's
definitely.
right. I agree with you on that. I definitely agree. What was the most stressful situation that you've ever faced?
Um, dealing with a lot of uh, policies that certain uh, agencies put up together, or like, say for instance, uh, CPS. They got a lot of policies that are just crazy. That, like, that's one of my main stressful things, most stressful things.
Has it ever like affected your music? Like your
Yes.
most stressful situation? Has it? How did you handle it? Did you make it like songs about it to like,
Yeah.
or
I want to say my first few songs uh, were definitely uh, it definitely derived from that, um,
okay.
because the feeling you get when they are removed from you, and it's just like within within just seconds, like, you can't tell them bye, like that's what I was faced with. I
Yeah.
couldn't tell my kids bye, and like, I didn't see them for like 3 days in a row, 3 or 4 days in a row, and I didn't know how they were, if they're okay, if they're being taken care of. um
So it sounds
there's
to me like MTP pretty much has been like a saving grace for you because you can relate to some of them. You can um definitely lean if you need a shoulder to lean on, you have one too. You know, and as a group, you guys are just kind of getting stronger. I feel like by the more that you guys tell your story and your music, between just your music, let alone um, the things that you go through in life, people don't really know what you're really singing about or putting out, and they're quick to judge about it.
Yeah, and I commend them because they have, like, it's the it's crazy to me to ever have come across somebody that can reflect and express themselves with words that I feel the same way, but I couldn't put them together the way they did, and connect and resonate with uh, a lot of their content that they have.
I get that. They're great people. They are. Um, and it's tough out here nowadays. It's tough. And people, yeah, just don't understand what people really make music about, what it's supposed to be about. The realest of the real is your life. And when people sing about that, you get further in your own life. It's like therapy, right?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
it most
like
definitely, yeah, definitely is therapy.
um, talking to somebody randomly, you're talking to thousands randomly, not knowing,
Yeah.
because your song could save somebody. Has anybody ever told you that your song has done something for them beneficial?
Uh, it was more of indirectly, but I knew this is when they said it. That's when I knew this is where I was meant to be. Like
Yeah.
I got a confirmation the day that I had my wreck, Brookie.
Yes.
Um, when I got out of my truck, um, I was dazed. They made me sit on the curb, and then they made me lay down. They said just lay down. Uh, this lady, I didn't even know there's somebody behind me, but this lady grabbed one of my jackets that I had in my truck and shaded me from the sun because it was clear as day outside and the sun was beaming. And the first thing I saw when I opened my eyes was a Menacing Threads jacket that I bought, and it was like,
Wow.
this is a sign. Like this is a sign. Like I haven't told nobody that, and it was just, um, it was a realization. Like I could have died, and I felt like I was gonna die. Like something that told me I'm not gonna be here, but I was still iffy. Like, oh, I'm not doing nothing. And then just when that happened, and I don't believe in
Coincidences.
coincidences.
Yeah.
Yes, and that's when I knew like this is where I'm supposed to be. I know I'm living where I'm supposed to be right now in this moment.
Like we had a little conversation, just a brief conversation before we started, and we talked about that. If y'all are, following him, you would have seen him post the pictures of the vehicle, and it's a miracle that he is with us still, and we're happy you are. Like I got goosebumps
I'm
right
happy
now.
too.
Just I really got goosebumps. That's crazy. um, but yeah, I mean that's time is precious. You know what I mean? You never know. You never
Yeah,
know.
you never know. It just happened out of nowhere. It's
Yeah. I mean, and you said you flipped like a few times and then it's crazy to think like,
yeah,
oh,
and I had a lot of stuff in my truck, so
I bet it was
I,
everywhere too.
well it was everywhere besides where I was sitting.
Yeah.
So I didn't even realize I didn't have a front windshield until I walked around the truck and I seen it on the street. I was like, oh shit! Like my whole tire was across the street. But
I'm just glad you're here.
yeah, I had that realization when I was in that
I
ambulance.
I believe it. I believe it. I mean, that moment you blink. So like I finally understood that song, Don't Blink. Like it's the moment you do blink, it just it's gone. Everything's gone around you and it's crazy. It's crazy. This song that I have pinned up for the next one is called If This Was My Last Day. Do you want to talk about it after or before?
I could talk about it before on this one.
Okay.
I really just wanted to make sure that I conveyed a message to anyone that was listening. Like, if this was my last day, like, this is all that I'm basically gonna leave right here, right now on this song.
So
And
this is like your final say.
yeah, like, cause I had been feeling like that. Like, I wasn't too sure. Like anything can happen, so I just want to make sure I do this now in case, God forbid, anything were to happen.
Yeah. Well, let's get into it. KSN is on this, correct?
Yes,
Is it just KSN and you?
yes.
Okay. All right, well, let's get into it. I shared the link, y'all. This is the song. Make sure you guys go like, share, subscribe to Drizzle. Let's get him out there. Get him known.
I leave everything in the hands of the Father. Amen. If this was my last day, I don't know what I would say, but I hope that you know that I won't ever let go. If this was my last day, I don't know what I would say, but I hope that you know that I won't ever let go. Life only begins after you feel like that you're not floating in the wind. As my spirit sinks in, I'm searching for meaning, not knowing the reason. I'm breathing, it's easy. Only Lord knows. Bless a broken road through the war zone, cause we live in a world so cold. I would've given this all up to have them back, that's facts. Now I'm stuck in the lab, thinking about when we used to laugh, when we was a family. Now I'm stuck in between a dream and reality. Let me breathe, kick this verse as I fall to my knees. Lord, please help me. If this was my last day, I don't know what I would say, but I hope that you know that I won't ever let go. If this was my last day, I don't know what I would say, but I hope that you know that I won't ever let go.
This shit's the only way to get through it. Everybody looking like they didn't think I would do it. It isn't over yet, but I fought it. With every ounce of strength I had, I turned the corner, see the finish line, just gotta cross it. Failure's not an option, ain't no quitting my blood. In fact, you can take the coffin that you bought me, get your money back. Even when I thought that I would die, cause everybody had it out for me, I took the L, got back up, said let's run it back. Every single thing I do is for my girls now, to make sure that they happy, dog. I burn the fucking world down. Fuck around and find out, ain't afraid to die now. They put me in a hole to bury me, I fucking climbed out. Let's go.
If this was my last day, I don't know what I would say, but I hope that you know that I won't ever let go. If this was my last day, I don't know what I would say, but I hope that you know that I won't ever let go.
And another one down. Gosh, you guys are so good together. You guys
Yeah,
are.
they bring out the best in me.
I would say that is true. 100%. Would you say that you live up to what you say in your music?
Yes.
Does it come from personal experience or inside of others? Which you kind of already
Uh,
touched on that, but
little bit of both. Yeah, a little bit of both.
you kind of broke that down a little bit earlier when we talked about your inspirations. So we can move along a little bit further. Do you worry about your image? So, like, if you are worried about it, what precautions would you take?
Um, I wouldn't say I am so much because you can't. I'm not. You can't please everyone. There's gonna be someone somewhere that's not gonna like the way you talk or the way you walk, what you eat, or what you drive. Like there's, but the right people. I believe the right people will gravitate to you when you just be you.
That's true. I mean, like I said, not everybody's a cup of tea, right?
Yep.
So you say you write at work and stuff. How long does it take you to write, would you say?
Um, if it's just I gotta write a verse, it doesn't take me as long. But if it's me myself, where I have to do it myself, as far as the song is a solo, it probably take me a little bit longer than usual because I want to make sure I convey the right meanings. Like I prefer it to be more impactful
Mm-hmm.
than just just to rhyme because anybody can just rhyme. It just depends on what you're rhyming about and if you're being truthful, it's not like you're faking it basically. Like I can't I write everything from uh my experiences and from the heart and you can't really fake that.
No, not at all. And you can tell with your music. I mean, your demeanor just singing alone says it all. You can hear in each song that I've heard, which there is one that I have that's just you. Loved Ones.
Yeah.
Is that just you, right?
Yes.
Okay. Um, that's probably my favorite. Not gonna
Thank you.
lie.
Thank you.
Um, I like how you bring out your emotional side. Like you're not shy, and I like that. Have you always been that way, or did it just kind of progress when you got with MTP, like as a group?
Uh, a little bit of both, but it did progress more when I actually started taking myself more serious. Because KSN and Menace, because I knew them before I knew Domir, but all three of them have said that I need to have more content out there so other people can hear. Like that's where my weakness is. I don't release as much as I put work into.
I say release it all, Drizzle. Release it all. Just because you might not like it doesn't mean not one of us will like it. You know,
True, true.
we want to
Uh,
hear it.
there's some where the audio's like it's bad audio. So when I try to recapture that moment, trying to get that emotion again that you felt in that moment is difficult unless you just really tap into what were you thinking at the time and how you were
Right.
feeling at the time.
No,
Like
yeah, I get it.
I prefer to be uh sober, but sometimes if I have a few drinks, I I prefer to have a few drinks also. So it's kind of 50-50.
Now, does that impact your writing
Yes,
in
yes,
a
because
good way or a bad way, would you say?
uh, I would say in a bad way because I got familiar. I made it a routine. I used to smoke or drink or get high when I first started recording and making music.
Mhm.
That when I removed a lot of that, I get more writer's block.
Yeah.
Then when I smoke a cigarette, I can write a verse easier if I smoke a cigarette than me just being cold turkey, not sober.
Yeah, I kinda noticed a difference in that as well because I recently well, it's been a few months now, I've quit smoking cigarettes, and I feel better, right? But, like,
Yeah.
mentally, I'm, like, all over I'm scatterbrained. Like, I can't stay like, on one subject anymore as much, like, my focus is a little less.
Yes. Like
I get
that.
that.
So when I stopped smoking weed, that's when I really realized like why is it that I was having like easier time making music and just
Mhm.
coming up uh with different content that I had than when I'm sober now.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Takes a lot.
Yeah,
Takes a lot.
well, I kind of relapsed a little bit here and there, you know.
Hey,
Uh,
that happens, but, if you're able to manage it, it's
yes,
progress.
yes,
And that's what we want to see is progress, right? Like in
yes.
everybody, you know. That was my next question because you were talking about, the sound and critiquing it and all not whatnot. What tools do you use, like equipment when you record?
Uh, I use M Audio uh, interface and Audio Tech microphone.
Okay. So you got like a whole setup
Uh, yeah,
for the
it's
most
pretty
part.
much yeah, yeah. It
Okay.
it's mobile. Yeah,
Oh, it's mobile?
yeah.
Oh,
Like
nice.
yeah, it's just something I have connected to the laptop, and I can just move around in different places.
Oh, that's
I don't
cool. So you get like different scenery. I mean, that might help like with your writing, right? Like if you see
Yes.
something different, it kind of brings like new thoughts process to you. Like,
Uh, and what I came to realize too, if you have, depending on how you record, like I like to be in the not as much in the dark, but have a different set of light,
hmm
different color of light. That also, no, excuse me, that also draws in different moods, like
oh
how
yeah,
the blues and the reds, and just like you get to visualize differently.
I totally understand that. Like, I remember when I first started, I started out in my bathroom because it was like the loudest for like my my tone, but at the same time, it was also like an echo. So like it was a winning battle. And then like I like moved into like a whole room and then like put up the stuff on the wall and kind of like had my own little thing about like the guard for my mic and stuff. And then like I just noticed like the different scenery and like the sound from coming off of it, like your projection changes.
Yeah.
So it's nice. It's different. Um, what would you say people want from you and your music?
Um, a deeper catalog.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Um, can you explain that to the viewers in case they're not sure what that means?
Um, just to have more music, just that they can dive into. I have quite a few of them, but a lot of them they're kind of outdated. You can see that
Mhm.
they're I want to say probably 4 years old, 5 years old, maybe. Um, so it's like there's some there, but that was when I first started. It's nothing compared to where I am now.
That's true, and that's why I also, like, encourage you to drop everything that you have because people gets to see the process, like, the progress and the process of, like, where you started, how you are now, which I have a couple songs that I'm gonna also throw into what I already had. Menace put a couple in the chat. I think he said "Photograph" was one of them,
Yep,
and
yep,
"Cold War." So I
yep.
will fit those in as well. I'll probably do that after this. Well, not like after immediately, but I'll probably play "Loved Ones" is my next, and then um, I'll go into one of them. You can
Okay.
pick whatever one you want. So wait, "Photograph" would be your first, correct?
With KSN.
Yes. Like when you got into MTP, is that the
Yes.
first one? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, we'll definitely touch that because we'd like to get to know like we like to hear,
Yeah.
the difference as well. What would you say people like? What would you say that draws people to your music?
Um, I've been told I have a unique sound.
That is
Uh,
true.
and I do get referred to Bone Thugs a lot because I harmonize.
Yeah, we love that. Like, I can't believe Dragon beat me to it because I was waiting for you to like answer, and like, so I had to wait. That he like put it in the chat, and I was like, dang it, he beat me. Um, I love, and this is what draws me to your music is that it is emotional, it is real, and you can relate to it in one way or another. Somebody's gonna relate to your music, and I like
Correct.
that. I like that you're open to putting out anything and everything that you go through, and because you never know, somebody else could be going through it.
Yep.
So I
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
like that. Let's get into loved ones real quick. You want to talk about that or after or before?
Uh, we could talk about it after.
Okay. All right. Let's get into it then.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. This for my loved ones. Moment of silence. There are times throughout the day I recall things you used to say. I miss you, by the way. I wish you could have stayed. I didn't even understand. Why did you have to go away? Guess it's all a part of God's plan to lay you in the grave. I should have been by your side Now I hear about all the lies. Makes me sick to hear about the greed and foolishness. As to what I truly miss, I miss both of my kids. I miss Amai, Virginia, Esperanza, Sylvia, and Felicia. I miss you, Dio, and my primos. Even DD from HVP, rest in heavenly peace. Reminiscent in the garden, can't forget my boy Marvin. Some things I can't believe. This year it was Susie. Tell me, it's a known feeling. The enemy is a cruel villain. I wish we all could leave. Erase the system, reset, start fresh. Put my heart in the right steps. Stay blessed. Amen. In Jesus' name, amen. I will see you again. One day reunite in heaven. Pray and you will see. On my knees I bow down to my Lord. Ask him to open doors. Pour out his love even more. When you feel his presence, his essence is a blessing. Find a lesson, learn the core. In attendance, I'm progressing faster than ever before. I read the word of God. I need the Lord on this path. At my job, with my fam. On this walk, with my Bible. Jesus Christ is who I dial. I was in a cycle. I was prideful. Now I'm a disciple. I will see you again. One day reunite in heaven.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Yeah.
Because this is why, okay? I love that you speak a different language in your music and still go back to being just like with the flow. Like it's like you don't skip a beat. The switch up is amazing. I know that's like one of your older ones, but still I love it.
Thank you. Thank you. Like that one, I had my aunt, she had passed away, and it had me reflecting on a lot of things I was going on at the time. Uh, so everyone that I named in there is someone that I've known. Either it was a family member, a friend, um, and it just had me thinking about all the good times that that I had when I was growing up. Um, uh,
I
that
love
kind
it.
of that one kind of dove a little bit deeper, where I just felt like if you were listening, if anyone's listening, uh, that they could kind of go back and listen to, like, or mainly my children, if they can go back and listen to, like, what was I doing around this time, and I can kind of point them, like, well, listen to this. This is where I was at this time.
Yeah. Which is kind of cool for people to see it in that aspect because not that many people think about that. Like, who's going to listen to it? Who can it benefit? You know, will somebody hear it that you want to hear it? You know what I mean? Like, and say, I mean, from 20 years from now, like it's still out there. Will it be, heard? Like, those are the questions I always ask, like, whenever I post my music.
Yeah.
I love it. I love I love how you just I mean, have you ever done a whole song in a different language?
Uh, no, I've tried, but you have to find the right, because when I translate it from English to Spanish, it's kind of like I need to make sure I have the right uh, pronunciation and phrasing the phrase correctly.
Do you speak more English than Spanish or is it about 50-50?
I speak more English than I do Spanish, and it's mainly because, like, uh, the where I grew up, like school and everything, they spoke more English than they did Spanish.
Right.
But uh,
I think you should try doing it. And just that's just my opinion. You don't have to use it, but I think you should do it more often. Show who you really are. I mean, it's part of your culture.
yeah, I did have some things that I wrote, but I kind of I think I lost them. I'm not too sure. I haven't really went back on to look at them.
You should rewrite. Rewrite some more. We want more, Drizzle. We want more. I mean, a lot of people don't really go into their culture. A lot of people like we don't. Like we all stick to our roots, you know what I mean? Like what we know and not like how we grew.
Yeah,
I feel like a lot of people should bring that up. And that's just my opinion. But you have that opportunity. I feel like you should take it.
I definitely will.
I
Thank you.
mean, it's something to, not you don't have to, but I'm just saying like
Yeah, no, no, but
you should
I
look
was,
into it cuz I
yeah,
mean, there's a
I
lot out
did
there that are independent that are
doing it.
just fully Spanish, and
Yeah,
I don't understand half of it, but I still enjoy listening to it. Don't ask why, I just do.
yeah.
I've been catching myself listening to more and more.
I'm not gonna lie. That's what I like about like languages that I don't know. Like if they're speaking Hebrew or just Latin,
Uh-huh.
uh those are just um like the way they, because I've listened to uh rap in different language that I didn't understand, so that way I kind of I know the feeling that you get from that.
Yeah, it's kind of like a hype. You know what I mean? Like in a different form, it's like a hype. But then it's like then I hear some like I don't know. I've heard some Italian too, and I'm just like, wow. Like
Okay, yeah,
it's different. But I've been on this kick with Brian T. I don't know if you know him or not from Kingdom
yeah,
Mix. Yes,
yep,
yes, they're like my go-to. So, I mean, I like listening to them because they like to switch up theirs too. And it's just different. And it's something that's not common. Like, they will literally go from Spanish to English in like one line, like one
yeah,
verse. And it's like, whoa, what did he just say? Like,
yeah.
it's something I enjoy. I feel like other people would enjoy it too. I'm just helping, just saying. Um, what advice would you give to someone interested in being an independent artist?
Um, the first thing, and I learned this from MTP, you have to invest in yourself. Um, is this something you're willing to do with like full heartedly, not just half assed, just putting something together? Um, will you be committed to it? Um, and you have to find your voice. You have to make sure uh, that you have you have all the proper things in place, as far as equipment, uh, uh,
And
what
that
your
you're
goal, set
giving
some
it all.
goals.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
giving it your all. Like
Yep.
making sure that you're putting out the best that you want. But you don't have to worry about others, right?
No.
Like a lot of people, and I'm one of those. I always cared about what other people thought, like and then like I met Menace and Menace is like, I got you. You know what I mean? Like a little bit of auto-tune. He doesn't
Yeah.
fully put me auto-tune, but there's a little bit there. And it does help a little bit.
Uh,
Um,
when I first started sending my music to other platforms,
mhm,
I did worry about it for a while, because there's some people, they're just like they'll call it uh no, they'll name it one way or another, if it was playable or skippable. And if it was
mhm.
skip, then they'll just skip it right there, and then just give you a whole bunch of critiques that didn't really
A
help.
runaround.
Yeah, that didn't help
Yeah.
you. So after you kind of go through that phase, um, if you can withstand just people who just they don't make music themselves, they're not a producer, they're not a beat maker. If it's not nobody willing to help you improve, then I had to learn that firsthand. So I was like, I don't like it bugged me a little bit, but then I found people who did listen to what I had, and
Mm-hmm.
they did give me, uh,
Good advice.
yes,
Solid critiques.
yes,
And that's true. I mean, the same thing with Menace, they would tell me, and like, and this is nothing I haven't heard, like I had a lot of nasal in mine. And so since I quit smoking cigarettes, I took that money and started doing vocal classes, like lessons. And there's such an improvement, such an improvement.
that's
Um,
dope.
yeah, like, it's crazy to think about it too. Like as you go on, did you ever have to like worry about that? Like, did you ever have somebody helping you, or like, did you ever like look up things to like listen to kind of like do what they do in a certain way?
Um, yes, because
Yeah.
everybody does it different,
Mhm.
but the ones that are willing to take their time out and explain to you, you don't you don't do this in the mixing, or say like say for instance you pay them to do a mix, or you pay them to review your song,
Mhm.
and then that it don't pan out the way it is, and then they just set in that, no, well, that's what you paid for, and I'm gonna give it to you like that. Like Menace actually was like, takes his time out, and then he'll send it to you, and if it was like, if you have any critiques, he'll make some changes, but I trust a lot of his mixes, and Domir's and KSN's, because all three of them have mixed my music, and uh, I haven't had nothing bad to say about it. Like they actually hear you out.
Oh, for sure. For sure. I mean, there's times that I feel like hit up Dragon like, "Hey, what do you think of this?" Like cuz I always want somebody else's opinion. Like Menace, if I send it to Menace every time, he's just going to be like, "Oh, well, I can work on it." You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
all
yeah,
right, yeah, or he'll be like, he'll tell me like do another verse, but like if I send it to somebody else who doesn't know me that well, like he knows me but doesn't like, like no offense to Menace, but wouldn't lie to me, because like
yeah.
you're friends on a different level, like good friends. And so, like, if I send it to Dragon will be like, okay, this needs to be like this, or, like, it sounded good, but maybe you should do this. So, like, I love that about all of you guys. I've never actually interacted with you personally on that level. One day I hope to, though, because I love what you do. And I would love to be like a backup or like a feature or something, later on in your grind if you'd
Most
like.
definitely.
But um I don't know. I feel like they have always been the honest, realist, and very very blunt about criticism of your own music.
Yeah,
And they're willing to help you. That's the best part. They're willing to help. So I hope to get on that level with you one day in the
yeah.
future, for
I
real.
I rather someone tell me the truth and not just sell me a pipe dream, and then I go spread it
Yeah.
out and be like, oh damn, what were you thinking? And it's just I go back and listen, like, damn, what was I thinking?
Yeah. So like you said that your dad used to do things and then like you started how did you learn to find your tone?
Um, I think just by practicing, but also like if you feel disconnected with it, you won't be able to. Well, as far as me, anyways, I won't be able to um make it. If it would sound forced, then you would hear it. It would sound
Mhm.
like I forced it, and it was just like, man, fuck. If I was actually um in the right state of mind, or if I was actually more involved in, like, connected to it, like that's one of my pet peeves. I just don't. I can't force it. I don't want it to sound forced. I want it just to come off naturally.
Yeah, I get that 100% too, because like I feel like I'm always going faster than what I need to be. I always
Yeah.
catch myself going faster. And so like it sounds rushed, like so I get that. What would you say your vision desires are?
I would say to actually have more content, to release more content. My desire is to release more content. That way, other people get to hear what may help them.
See, Damir, that's how you answer those questions. I'm just teasing. I'm just teasing.
Oh,
I'm just teasing. I love this though, because you're giving me way more of a breakdown, and I love it. And what's sad is you're the youngest, I think. So,
am I the youngest, or is
um,
it KSN?
well, I meant so far that I've done,
Oh, okay,
because I have
okay.
done Menace and then Damir, and then now you. So, I mean, everybody's got their own lifestyle though. Everybody's been different. Um, you know, when you grew up, can you like give us a little bit? Oh, okay, so you guys are tied. All right. All right. Well, we'll see. I don't know who's younger. When's your birthday?
May.
May? So you just turned 32.
Yeah.
Okay. My birthday's in May too. Mine's May 18th. I'm a Taurus.
Mine's the 29th.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, we're gonna have to celebrate, guys. We're gonna have to celebrate now that I know that. So your childhood though, did it impact anything that you do today?
Um.
Okay, so you are older than Dragon.
Oh, so I'm the second oldest.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay.
I would say um partially, because I still mess around with the turntables, and more digitally now than actually hands on. But there's things that I still do, like far as musically, like um, I venture back to get it, just uh, like a sense of what they were feeling at the time.
Mm-hmm. Do you think
But
you had like a good childhood though? Like, would you say you had a decent childhood?
yes,
Yeah.
I would say yes.
Actually, we figured it out that so Dragon is turning 33 in December, so he still is a little older, just by a few months. He's a little. So we put you back down a little bit. Yeah, I know. So that's my doing. So this next song is called Memories. Do you want to talk about it now or later?
We can talk about it later.
Okay. Well, let's get into this and then we'll talk about it. Memories.
I don't know what y'all expect from me as I grow old. Make this another memory. I put my heart on the line every time I kick these rhymes just to ease my mind. And I ain't here to please, so respectfully get the fuck away from me if you don't want me to receive this victory. Cause y'all wishing me misery, saying that you love me but also hiding the envy, thinking that it doesn't go unnoticed. But you not robbing me of my focus. Can't fuck with these roaches. As I stand as a man, sometimes these things don't go as
plan. But as time spans, I develop some fans. And I paint you an image with this art. But don't you dare give up on yourself when you in the dark. This is self-motivation from the problems I'm facing. My mind keep racing from the unknown destination. I wanna be blazing and just ease the numb, but I gotta stay tough for both of my sons. I don't know what y'all expect from me as I grow old. Make this another memory. I do believe that you are in control. You are the key who sits above all of the thrones. I do believe that I'm not alone. Help me to see the light at the end of the road. As I keep pressing these issues, it takes all of my strength not to diss you for all the shit you dragged me through. And I just want that sweet revenge for all the times that I spent trying to swim up out the deep end. I must stick to this agenda. I'm against all odds, but never will I surrender. And if I turn ghost and you don't hear me no more, just raise your glass up and make a toast. I don't know what y'all expect from me as I grow old. Make this another memory. I do believe are in control. The key above all of the thrones. Do believe not alone to see the light at the end of the road.
And another one. God, that's a good one. They're all so good, Drizzle. They are. I'm so wanting more. Okay. As a fan, I want more.
Shout out to Domir, the bearded dragon, for that one, because he mixed that one for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
See, that's what I love about them. They all have talent. You guys all have talent. I mean, all of you. But like you all have different ears too. You know what I mean? Like you guys all hear something differently. You guys all put in what you need to help one another. Keep doing it. Shout out to MTP. Y'all the goats, okay? Y'all
MTP
the
for life.
goats.
Yes.
um how do you think people change in result of your music?
Um, they get to hear a different side of me that I usually don't show. It's just mainly in the studio that I show. Um, and if they're going through a similar situation, they can reflect on, like, I'm not the only one that's doing it. Like, we're not about to give up. It's the only two things. It's either give up or keep going. And we're gonna keep going. We're not slowing down. We're just gonna progress.
What is your strive for keep going? What motivates you to keep going?
My children, both my sons, they they inspire me to show them, like, there's other alternatives if you want a safe haven to express yourself, where you're free to say whatever you want to say, however you want to convey it. Um, that there's other ways of doing it.
Amen to that. Amen to that. Today's society is so different with kids, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like back when we were all kids in the 90s, it's just so different. So different. At the end of your songs, what do you feel that people are feeling? Like
Um,
sad, hyped, inspired, you know.
I want to say mainly sad and inspired.
I agree, 100%. What do you think so inspiring, and what do you think so sad?
Sad that you could hear within the words and the tone that I use, and it's inspiring that I had the courage enough to put that on on the wave and then put it on a platform where it's for public consumption.
Gosh, you're on a whole nother level, and I love it. I'm so thankful. Thank thank you, Drizzle.
Well, thank you.
Um, do you feel like your music benefits you though?
Yes.
How so?
Um, it's more of therapeutic, if anything else, because there's sometimes you want to tell particular people or just situations certain things, and if you do, there's no way, like, no going back from that. So I have the upper hand of where the saying goes, the pen is mightier than the sword. So I can do something they can't, and there will probably be no possibility of them ever uh trying to do the same thing that I do.
Duplicate? Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's
Uh
true. That is true.
like I'm gonna quote Nate Dogg. Nate Dogg said in a verse, "You can be a copy machine, but a copy machine can't copy platinum."
That's
So
facts.
there's things that I can that I see and that I try to express on uh the best way that I can.
I think you're doing a great job, especially at the age you are. You're doing phenomenal. And the things that you're going through every day in life, you're head up. Keep
Thank
it
you.
up.
Yeah,
Uh,
I will.
this song is Photograph because we're pretty much. I mean, I got like two more to ask you, and then we're done. But there's a couple songs that people added into this real quick, so
Okay.
we'll go into Photograph, and then we'll talk about it after. Is that cool with you?
Yeah.
All right, let's get into Photograph then.
Holding on to you when my time runs out. We'll be in a different story, watching over you even when I'm gone. It's not my fault, but I'm still sorry. It's a long way, but you're gonna laugh like you used to when I took this photograph. I will fade away when the sun goes down. You're not alone, 'cause I'll be holding on.
It's been 13 months since I've seen your face. I can't wait until your return, we can celebrate. Girls, I love you, so don't you cry. You're my flesh and blood, I know it'll survive. Every day without you is like, what am I doing? What am I thinking? I don't think our time's up. Nah. Sometimes I feel like I wanna give up, but I can't. I stand by that. You're the reason I must keep moving forward, keep pushing on, keep being strong. I said what I can now, 'cause it's too late, but I'm gone. Can't see it without you here, with every memory, every tear. And ain't no doubt I see it clear. I'm living my biggest fear. Yeah, I love you.
Holding on to you when my time runs out. We'll be in a different story, watching over you even when I'm gone. It's not my fault, but I'm still sorry. It's a long way, but you're gonna laugh like you used to when I took this photograph. I will fade away when the sun goes down. You're not alone, 'cause I'll be holding on.
I pray one day after this rain cloud
that you both return home safe and sound. Make no mistakes, just hear me out. Let me ease all of your doubts. I know this pain must be hurting, missing the ones you haven't seen in person. Best believe you have a purpose. No, I'm not perfect, but I still fight with courage. Stand up, stand firm. I pray happiness returns as we flatten the curve of life. Chapter and verse, never go back on the spoken word.
Holding on to you when my time runs out. We'll be in a different story, watching over you even when I'm gone. It's not my fault, but I'm still sorry. It's a long way, but you're gonna laugh like you when I took this photograph. I will fade away when the sun goes down. You're not alone, 'cause I'll be holding on.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Funny thing about that song was I was speaking about myself on that song, and at the same time, I was also speaking to KSN because of the
His situation.
situation.
Mhm.
Yeah, and
I felt that. I felt that.
he sent me the song, and he hadn't done his verse yet, and I sent him my verse, and then he told me that he had used the beginning of my cadence on his verse, and it just came out perfect.
It did.
Yeah, I love them guys. Like, I love their music. Like, just is different.
You guys are, again, I'll say it like 1,000 times, you guys are the best. Like, as a group, individually, you guys are the best. Hey Dan. With that song though, that was 2 years ago. How long have you been with MTP? Would you say about 2 years?
Yeah, about 2 years.
Uh, Menace said, "Mark my words, Bubba, we're going up."
Oh, most definitely.
I think that's the only way to go, Menace. I think that's the only way to go. Um, with that song, KSN was not KSN. KSN was double S.
Yeah.
Um, and just back then, he was a different person than KSN. And I mean,
Yep.
he's the same person, but different, you know? Um, have you ever had that movement where you started out like that and then kind of moved to something different, like in that aspect of being Drizzle, obviously, but being a different Drizzle as of like today?
Yeah.
How so?
Yeah. Um, I used to rap more of a Houston style rap, and they use a lot of slangs that I don't use anymore. Uh, for one thing, it just made me uncomfortable because that's just how we talk down here. But I didn't want to convey that and have that negative on me. Like I used to be, I used to think differently. Also, I used to be like Houston has its own style, so I want to say like I'm not ashamed of that style. It's just I didn't want to be another Houston artist that sounded like Houston. I just wanted to be different.
I
I
think
didn't
you
want to
stand
follow the
out.
crowd.
I think you figured that out, to be honest. I mean, you stick out way different than I've heard other Texas people, Houston, I shall say, um, to pinpoint. I've heard other music, and you definitely are outdoing that. Just my perspective. Um, so shout out to you, kudos, man, because
Thank you.
it's hard to like. I mean, most people want to sound like somebody. I feel like like you want to be better, but you want to sound like them, like you want to go with their flow, like
Be another a 2.0 of that
yeah,
person.
in a way, yeah. I mean, you want to hit their sound, you want to have like their moral of what it is, but everybody's different. You can't have somebody else's. You're gonna have your own. Um, yeah, definitely, definitely. I'm planning on reaching out to some other artists as well. Thank you, Menace. Menace is leaving, by the way. He said much love to you, Driz.
I love you, 2 minutes.
He's got to go get his brakes fixed. um, with your videos, though, I noticed that you haven't done any like visual. Are you planning to ever do visual
Yes,
videos?
yes.
Okay.
When I actually put out a solid project, like a EP or LP, that's when I believe I'll end up doing the visuals.
How long would it take you to do an album, you would say?
Uh, if I'm not distracted, I could say a good solid month, within a month.
Okay. Yeah, distractions always happen though, especially if you're a parent and you're working like it yeah. And you just got to be in the mood for it. So, um what is your process when you do make an album?
Um, the first I want to figure out like the concept of the visuals for the album,
Mhm.
and try to compare that into my writing process.
Now, to get like you cuz you want to stay on topic with an album, right? Like you want to have
Yeah.
like one main topic. How do you come up with a topic for 5 to 10 to, you know, how many ever songs you would come up with?
Um, you would just have to
Like, I mean, even like you might have some now, like Golden pointed out, most, you have more songs on SoundCloud. Do you have albums out on
no,
SoundCloud? No.
no,
Have you have any albums yet?
no.
No. Okay. So for the album that you would have incoming, what would you probably go with? What would your topic be?
Um,
Hypothetically or in general?
my current situation, like if what I'm dealing with,
Like Family Matters?
yeah,
Okay.
well, a, a little bit of family, and just I want to make sure that it's meaningful, not just songs that I just threw together.
Right. I get that. How many like so did you watch reactors before you started like getting on YouTube? Like when you came onto YouTube, did you start like watching like music reactors or like what brought you to YouTube?
Um, I was trying to figure out how to upload content on the platform, as far
Mhm.
as music and stuff. And then uh, my brother introduced me to this DJ uh, that was doing lives on YouTube. That was from New Jersey, and that's how I was drawn into it. He was doing just not reactions, but he was doing live mixes, like far as not mixing and mastering your song, but just playing it with other songs, and he'll give you a critique.
Okay. Yeah, I started on TikTok originally with the music thing and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna start putting it on my YouTube, kind of spread out a little bit and then started hanging out with some people and then ran into MTP and I have not regretted it once. So,
The same here.
you know what I
Uh,
mean? Like
yeah.
it's amazing that like if you venture out what you come across. Um and it's in one way or another, it's kind of life-saving in some eyes, you know. And in mine, it's personally been that. So,
Yeah.
uh,
I've learned it from I quote Dragon. If you don't release it, then you're not actually doing anything. Like I think I said it wrong, but I remember there was a time where he was just like, if you don't enter this contest, because we're having a contest at the time, you're
mhm.
for sure not gonna win because you're not entering.
Yeah, you're not putting it out there. You're not promoting yourself. And that's the biggest thing is to always promote yourself. Even like I said, like even if you think somebody might not like it, it's the courage that's going to build you. Knowing that you put yourself out there for hundreds to thousands of people of hearing you. It's the courage that you had to do that which is going to motivate you. But you got to take that leap, right? Like you
Yeah.
got to go out there. Um Dragon did actually mention that during his interview. I think that was part of his weakness is preventing, you know, stopping himself from putting out things. So that is a good quote because he is about that. I mean, he did stand up here and say that. So, um, with this song, this next song, it's called Cold War. I'm just trying to put these out there real quick for everybody, and then we'll wrap it up with your newest song. We'll end it with that because I'll ask you one more question after we're done with that, and we'll talk about this one. Cold War, we'll talk about after. But it's with Menace, and I don't think I've ever heard you with Menace, like just you and Menace.
Okay.
Um, you said something about earlier about rapping though. I have noticed that you sing a lot more. You're more of a singer than a rapper, but I feel like you probably were a rapper before a singer, right?
Yeah.
How did you come about that though? I got to know real quick. Like how did you go from rapping to singing? Usually, I mean, it's hard, isn't it? Like
Well, because the artists I listen to, they harmonize
yeah.
and they rap, so I kind of got accustomed to practicing, and that just ended up being what came together. Like this was the progress from that.
So you would sing like their songs to practice or would you sing your own songs? I'm just curious.
A little bit of both.
Okay.
A little bit of both, because there's some people who have cadences that can't be replicated, and there's
Mhm.
some people that do have cadences where you can kind of have almost the same, but I don't really try to dive too much into other people's sound, just more of on how they convey it.
It's weird that you say that. And I know, like I said, I haven't interviewed KSN yet, but the cadence part, like you heard his new album, right?
Yeah.
The song A Real Man. You know that's are you familiar with that song?
I'll probably have to listen to it again,
Dax.
but
You know, yeah, I can't I don't get me singing up here. But his cadence is perfect for that song. Like I'd rather listen to KSN's version than the original version. I mean, I come across that a lot lately that I'd rather listen to other people's versions instead of the original. And I'm not sure exactly what makes me drawn to it. I think it's just um the different wording. Maybe it's the wordplay in it, I guess. But I feel like you have like with the Bone Thugs, I feel like you could probably do a cover of one of their songs and nail it, dude. Nail it. Like to a T, you would I mean, people would probably be questioning you like, is this somebody else or you know what I mean? Like I feel like that would be one of your personal um connections to that would be like do that. I feel like that would be who you would run with is Bone Thugs. Like I feel like people would question your music. They would be wondering like who is this? You know what I mean?
yeah.
Um I think that'd be great. Have you ever thought about entering the rundown drizzle?
Uh, I did at one point. Um, it was just more of I didn't have anything ready to release, or I haven't released anything neither. So it was like I don't want to keep sending the old song so many times because it kind of like we heard this already.
But I mean, that's you still got to put yourself out there.
Yeah, yeah, true.
I say do it. I say the next one you do it. My vote.
Okay.
My vote. My vote. I mean, I get it too, because kind of you don't want to just keep what you already have out there. I mean, most of them, like like KSN did it and Menace did it, and they provided something new every time, right?
Yeah, yeah,
And it takes a lot of time. Like if you don't have that time, if you don't have that time on your hands, it kind of is like it's just not for me right now. So I get it. I get that if that's part of that, but because you do want to provide them something new, something different. And it could be more than a handful, especially if you got a handful already. So, but we support you if you do it. We'll be there.
oh, most definitely. Like, shout out to Tim and Lori because they did uh suggest for me to submit, but I just haven't had anything that I could actually or that I want to send in just yet. If I
You'll
end up
you'll
submitting.
find it. When you find it, you'll know, and we'll be there for it. Promise you, we will be there for it. So let's get into Cold War, and then we'll talk about your experience with Menace.
Okay.
If you living in the past, how do you expect to grow? Knowing that you stuck on the broken road to each his own. Don't try to interfere after all of these years. Just let me get in. Now that I'm here, I can get in gear. If you living in the past, how do you expect to grow? Knowing that you stuck on the broken road to each his own. Don't try to interfere after all of these years. Just let me get in. Now that I'm here, I can get in gear.
It's a cold, cold world, I don't feel okay. Somebody help me and show me the way, cause I feel like I'm dying inside full of pain. I couldn't explain, you couldn't relate. Hate that I'm saying it, but I feel drained. But look at the way we created a lane for artists who became a part of this shit, working hard as a bitch to get placed in the game. Somebody told me to stop, I said no, cause look at the way that they rock with the show. Felt impossible to fill my pockets with gold. I was dropping when I started walking this road. Damn, I felt like I had no other choice. Stayed in the game and I gave them my voice. I came to destroy these arrangements and I don't need payments to know that we making some noise. Back in the game and I'm ready to get it ready to bet if anybody that will let up. Cause the pain that I got ain't gonna stay on the clock. Hate to say it, but I'm never gonna let up. Nah.
If you living in the past, how do you expect to grow? Knowing that you stuck on a broken road to each his own. Don't try to interfere after all of these years. Just let me get here. Now that I'm here, I can get in gear. If you living in the past, how do you expect to grow? Knowing that you stuck on a broken road to each his own. Don't try to interfere after all of these years. Just let me get here. Now that I'm here, I can get in gear. I know I've been distant, but I hope you listen. You criticize all my decisions cause you couldn't see the vision. And how the hell did you expect me to prevail if you keep wishing me hell, want me dead or in jail? Look in my eyes and you can see all this commotion. Nevertheless, I ain't losing this focus, and I can do no wrong as I place you in the song. Wish I could phone home, but that house is long gone, and all I have is these memories, melodies of these lyrical tendencies for my family. And you expect me to feel the void from missing my voice, so I fill my head up with all this noise. If you living in the past, how do you expect to grow? Knowing that you stuck on a broken road to each his own. Don't try to interfere after all of these years. Just let me get here. Now that I'm here, I can get in gear. If you living in the past, how do you expect to grow? Knowing that you stuck on a broken road to each his own. Don't try to interfere after all of these years. Just let me get here. Now that I'm here, I can get in gear.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
Shout out to Menace.
Shout out to y'all. For real. That was good.
Yeah, I think Menace even made the beat, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. That is
Yeah,
crazy. Yeah.
that's the first song that me and Menace got on.
Y'all, so yeah, like all of you. I mean, I still say KSN is probably in Damir are the ones that you like can relate with, like on a cadence level. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
But at the
Minutes
same
got that.
time, Minute
Yeah,
can do it. Like that's the
yeah,
first time I've
yeah,
heard him like actually like be like not roaring, like and still be like fast at
yeah.
spitting. Like he is, yeah, he's a goat at the spitting
He can
thing.
still,
Him,
yeah, he gets in his bag each time. Everybody does.
he doesn't disappoint. He does not disappoint. But that was awesome. I mean, there's the link to that, y'all. Make sure you guys go listen up to that. Sub up to Drizzle, please. So what is next for you?
Um, I want to say, coming back out and connecting again, being more involved than I've been this past year.
So do you think you'll be like playing more playlists again, sharing out your guys' stuff? I mean, make sure you
Yeah,
add your own when you do it because we like hearing you. Just um it is hard to like find a good playlist of like all your guys' music to be like in one topic because like I've noticed like when I play music, I'll go from like sad to like roaring, like
yeah, yeah.
into like the hype. And it's like, oh no. So you have to like concentrate. Like, wouldn't you go through to make a playlist to share out everybody's music? How do you go about it?
Um, it depends on where I'm playing it. Like when I first started a playlist on Spotify, I was going off by everybody's top 5 song. But when I was going through diving in deeper through their discography, that there's other songs that are I believe are uh, not really recognized, which
Like slept on? Yeah.
yeah, slept on. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. I feel that. That's like I always try going back and I know like a lot of people don't like listening to their old stuff because their newer stuff sounds better or it's just different. They always find something to like to pick on about it. And
yeah,
I like going to the old stuff because that's where it meant the most. Where you
yeah.
start is where it means. So
And you
I
could hear
always
the the difference,
oh for sure.
the
For sure.
um the progression.
Have you ever recorded yourself like just like doing karaoke or something? And this is like an off-topic question, but just a question.
No, no,
No?
I
Try
don't
it
think so.
sometime. Try it sometime. I did it recently and I posted that shit. Like I had no cares in the world about it. Like
I think the only time I've done that was with a song made by a producer. Uh,
really?
I already forgot the producer's name, but he had a viral reel, and
Mhm.
it was the beat that KSN and Menace used, and I remixed it by redoing the hook, and I used his reel like as if it was me doing it live.
Okay.
Yeah, but that was I think the only time that I've done that as of late.
I find it helpful to do it. So it's like one of the things I learned in vocal lessons. She recommended that I record myself and go back Lexnor Beats. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's a
yeah, yeah.
great person. That's why I found him through TikTok, and that's kind of who motivated me. I can't even lie. Um, to be more open. His beats are just so awesome. Like
Yep.
he's on a whole nother level, y'all. Like um but yeah, so she advised me, she was like, record yourself and just post it. Don't listen to it 1,000 times. Don't, just post it and get feedback. She's like, that's where you'll learn where you need to go. So that's why I asked that. I didn't ask anybody else that, to be honest. It was just a random it hit me when I was listening to that song. So my fault. Um I would love to see more of what you have. I can't wait to see you back. Hopefully, we see you at the beginning of next year, or at least by the end of this year, back out here in the streets of YouTube.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Uh,
It,
go ahead.
I was gonna ask, instead of playing the last song that I released, can we since we played one that I've done, my first song with uh Case in and Menace.
Uh-huh.
Can you play Purple Heart by
Uh,
Domir?
I do have that one. Yes, you rather have that one?
Yeah, because
Let's
that'll be
yeah,
the first songs out of all three.
for sure. I got you. I actually have it pulled up in the back. Let me grab it. I think Golden posted it and said it was one of his favorites. Um, so this is Purple Heart. Do you want to talk about it after? Is that cool?
Yeah.
All right. Let's get into it then.
Heart on my sleeve, displayed with no armory, battled and bruised, got scars on my arteries, shattered and broken, red mixed with blue, purple my heart is, it beats with the hue, purple, heart on my sleeve, purple, heart on my sleeve.
There's gonna be days where situations feel like they're not gonna change, but you have to endure the pain. Like women giving birth, twins on the way, double the hurt. This is the first drizzle in the dragon, been putting in work. Go berserk as I embody the poetry, cause my heart on my sleeve, putting my heart within a loose lead, kicking the composition like Bruce Lee. Sip on some Hennessy when I'm feeling low, self-therapy when I flow. Best remedy for me is the music that I compose. At the end of the day, I'll be there every step of the way. Don't feel ashamed, no afraid. It's time to unlock emotion from their cage. Even though I know you're really pissed, think about the ones you truly miss. Don't let the negatives be your solar eclipse. Exactly. Cause there will be days, of course, where you'll be days, very well, feeling like you're all alone. Exactly. Remember that my
Heart on my sleeve, displayed with no armory, battled and bruised, got scars on my arteries, shattered and broken, red mixed with blue, purple my heart is, it beats with the hue, purple, heart on my sleeve, purple, heart on my sleeve. Everybody wanna talk, everybody wanna chit chat. I've been doing this a lot lately, feeling like everybody hates me, underrated and jaded. Don't feel it myself, it's bad for my health, but the music will help. And they can't put the genie back in the bottle, face full of egg. Yo, was the ever slam, was the model pen, was the thought of full like the throttle. Better give it gas, pedal to the man, hard racing fast, door don't stand. It's a heart attack, never coming back, pack up the rent. Motherfucker, you ain't got it like that. Man, I'm a legend for letting you live. My kindness ain't weakness, our levels just do not compare. It ain't fair, it ain't fair. I really try to keep it low key. What you asking for the God of War? Mischief and chaos is all your reward. Ran into battle, my heart filled with scorn. I battled my demons since I was first born. With my heart on my sleeve, displayed with no armory, battled and bruised, got scars on my arteries, shattered and broken, red mixed with blue, purple my heart is, it beats with the hue. Purple, heart on my sleeve. Purple, heart on my sleeve.
Holy crap. That was different. That was a little different. I liked it though.
Yeah, Damir had sent me it, and I don't remember how long it took me to record it and write it, but it didn't take that long, and that's what ended up being the outcome of everything.
Well, I loved it. Now, that's one thing I wanted to ask, though, too. Do you find it easier when somebody sends you something to hop on than do your own song? Like, do you feel like it's easier to be like a feature than it is to do your own?
Yes, because when you write a verse and then you feel like you're you're that's the best verse you can come out with, and then when you try to hit them with a second or third verse, depending on how long your song is, usually it's just a second verse. Um, you kind of like well, as far as me, anyways, I kind of uh lose lose um I'm trying to convey it the best way I can. Like it's not as good as that first verse that I wrote.
Right.
Yeah. So uh, can you give me a second, Brooke?
Yeah.
Brookie, I got
Yeah, you're
somebody at my
fine.
door.
Appreciate it, Ray Ray. I always found it easier to work with somebody than do it myself. But then, like, when I started writing more, I found it a lot easier to do your own because that way you can do it how you want, without having to worry about things. I'm just kind of filling in for where we left off. I don't want to start another subject and then come back and then forget what I'm talking about. So, Golden, you're a real one. Shout out to you. Thank you for everything. Dropping the links, being here. Uh, I owe you. I owe you. I owe you.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Oh, okay. I was muted the whole time.
Like it unmuted and then it muted again. But I was saying that I found it easier to be a feature than writing my own songs, like coming up with like, I was always backwards. I always wrote and then found a beat. Um, I was totally the opposite person, so that's
Yeah.
kind of
It's a little bit more harder that way.
it is. It
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. Usually you would have to find the beat first, and then you write to it.
My last question, and I'll let you free. My last question is: are you interested or willing to work with other people other than outside of MTP?
Sure.
Just for people that may catch the replay and maybe there's an independent artist watching or something and
Yeah.
have the opportunity to link up.
They could always reach out to me on my socials, and then I'll respond back to them.
And your socials are the same name as your YouTube? Or are they different or
It should be the same. Yes.
okay?
Drizzle Silver from MTP.
Silva, is that what you said?
Yes.
What's that for?
Uh, it's my father's last name.
Oh, okay.
My
My bad.
last
I
name.
didn't mean to like
Oh
get
no.
into. I just didn't know like when you said it. So, yeah, I appreciate your time. I appreciate your music. I appreciate you being here on this earth.
I
Um,
appreciate you, Boogie, and I
I hope
appreciate everybody
I hope
from
to do
MTP
this.
and everybody else.
Well, yes, shout out to MTP. Without them, there wouldn't be you guys. You know what I mean?
Yes.
We would probably still run across you somehow, somewhere, but without them, we wouldn't really know who you are.
Yeah.
And we're grateful for that. So shout out to them. I hope to probably, I would say with you, I would want to give about 4 to 6 months and do another interview to see where we are from today to then, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, that's okay.
All right. Well, I'll look forward to that. Y'all get a hold of Drizzle Instagram. I don't know what other socials he has, but I know Instagram is one of them. Hit him up on YouTube. Comment on his songs. Share them out. Let's get Drizzle known around.
Yes.
Start
Thank
putting
you.
Drizzle. You're gonna have new fan bases where they're gonna want it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you again for coming up today.
Yeah,
I
no
hope you have
problem.
a blessed day,
Yeah, you
and
too.
I'll keep in touch with you. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, y'all. With that being said, I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you for coming out, supporting, and we will see you guys on the next one. One love.